there to help. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee.
All right, let's try this again. Ready and reread.
Insurance for when there's a hitch in the trailer hitch. Tennesseans know that sometimes life has its loose ends.
Good thing we had that trailer added.
Know that Farm Bureau Insurance is there to help. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee.
Well, that was fun. It's 6:14. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Jeez. You know, I think the Gremlins came back in. Yesterday I was doing just fine. Streamed and did live Wake Up with Witchers both Saturday and Sunday morning. Come in the studio this morning, and things are just falling apart here this morning. So happy Monday. Looks like Witchers got a case of the Mondays this morning. Wouldn't you say? Sounds like it. Anyways, hopefully you join in here this morning. Good morning, Julie. Julie's joining us this morning. New time for Wake Up with Witcher. If it works, of course. Yeah, we're going to start off at 6 o'clock in the morning here due to the fact that we want to really get everybody out the door to highlight what's going on around East Tennessee, to help you out and really give everything that you need to know. And we always do I always do a very detailed forecast. And so we will continue to do that here this morning as well. So with that said, let's start you off. Let's see if things work this morning. There we go. Here's a time lapse from Union County yesterday. If you didn't capture the evening forecast there, we saw a nice day yesterday. Some hit and miss sunshine, a few clouds rolling on through, but a cool time lapse. And by the way, don't forget, you can always get these time lapses online, easttnweather.com, or check out the live cameras on the East Tennessee Weather app. And all you have to do is scan that QR code right there in the bottom of the screen. Well, I can't show you live cameras here this morning because they're not working either. All right, let's show you the map. So we'd made it into the 50s and 60s yesterday. Did you enjoy? Did you have a good weekend? Hopefully you had a chance to get out. You know, during the early morning hours yesterday, the clouds kind of hung out with us a little bit longer, and it was definitely a cooler feeling to the air. But we started off with temps in the 30s for the most part, and we climbed 30s and 40s, I should say, and we climbed back into the 50s and 60s. So it was a decent day. Julie, are you flying solo this morning? Maybe you're flying solo this morning, but I do appreciate you saying hi and good morning. All right, here's our radar recap through 6 o'clock this morning. So we've got a low pressure to our south, and that's what's been responsible for throwing the cloud coverage our way as well. I'm just going to double check all the platforms. Yep, okay, we're live there too. All right, and Aaron's joining us. New profile picture, Aaron. I love it. Good morning, Joanne. Good early morning. Yeah, is it feeling a little extra early? Are we still... Yesterday, I felt like a zombie. Yesterday. It was just like, I don't know what's wrong. Oh, yeah, the time change. All right, here we go. So that low is continued to slowly slide its way off to the south and southeast. But it is still throwing clouds our way. And with that said, that is going to keep the cloud coverage here this morning, but the clouds will break up as the afternoon progresses. And if we see any precipitation at all, mainly across the Southern Valley, you can kind of see the progression of this low. So anybody traveling to the Gulf or the southeastern coastline, really, for spring break, it is definitely going to be a soggy one for the entire commute. All the way to Savannah, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, even Virginia Beach. Going to see a little bit of rain there, but most of it stays a little bit further to the south. As I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Lee. Lee's been texting me this morning going, what's going on, bro? Where are you? Oh, yeah, I'm right here, Lee. Right here. We're going to move this. And shrink it. Anyways, Lee, thanks for texting me this morning and checking in. Lee's been with me from the get-go. Julie has as well. We've had some gremlins over the years. But here we are. So not a lot of rain. The clouds will hang out across the mountain counties so much longer than anywhere else. All right, weather headlines. Morning clouds, light rain south, maybe a sprinkle in the mountains, not a big deal. And then plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Of course, the sunshine is going to increase from northwest, the northern plateau, and then slowly slip its way to the south and southeast. Let's see. Oh, you're actually having to join YouTube. It's not. We're on Facebook now, Aaron. We are on Facebook now, but that's okay. Join YouTube as well. Remember, East Tennessee Weather is on YouTube, Roku TV, Amazon Fire, social media, both my Facebook pages. We're live front and center. Let me just double check it's working. Yeah, we're live front and center at the top of the app. So if you just open up your East Tennessee Weather app, that's the goal there, is just to have the video up and playing right there as well. All right, so moving right along, let's talk about temperatures to get you out the door. If you're hitting the road here this morning, it is 619. It's 33 in Union County. So notice along Interstate 40 and north, we are trending on the colder side. Why? Because we haven't had as much cloud coverage. Remember, clouds at nighttime act like a nice little blanket. So further to the south, where we've had the clouds hanging out with us, we've got temperatures in the 40s to near 50 degrees in Chattanooga. Now Facebook's working for you. Good morning, Doug. How are you this morning? Coming in from rural Maryville. See if I can get the words out here this morning. Temperatures, generally speaking, are about where we were yesterday. And a side note, for some reason, if we ever have gremlins and I can't do a live for Wake Up with Witcher in the morning, I'm going to have the daily forecast weather updated on the app and on the platforms as well. So, come back in and check out the app because I had that updated before this live. All right, lunchtime temperatures will climb into the 50s, close to 60 in Chattanooga. So a little bit warmer today. A slow warm up across the mountain counties thanks to the clouds hanging out with us. Forecast high temperatures do top out in the 60s. So it's going to be warmer today than those 50s and low 60s that we had yesterday. It's going to be nice, right? It's going to be nice. Now, if we have evening plans, still not bad. Look at that. Evening rush hour, dinner time tonight. We're going to be in the low 60s, down into the upper 50s as we get into, say, the 8 o'clock hour here tonight. So a really nice forecast ahead of us today. But even better weather is on the way. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to stop the 7-day forecast. You're like, what? Now we got more glitches? No, stop at the 7-day forecast with all the way through Thursday. So we go from 64 today to 74 Wednesday, 72 Thursday. Notice Thursday we got about a 30% chance for maybe a couple of showers. A little bump in the road. So let's highlight that first before we talk about the big storm system that's still set to arrive next week. And I've got some interesting info to share with you here this morning. So we pick up our timeline Wednesday night. Here comes our little wave in the atmosphere. Think of it as a wave in the ocean. Little wave in the atmosphere is going to slide its way on through. Doesn't have a whole lot. Becomes an open wave rather than a closed wave. A closed wave is going to be a little bit stronger than an open wave. But the atmosphere is still so dry in the low levels that I just don't think that we're going to get much precipitation. When you look at your rainfall forecast through Thursday evening anyways, again, not a lot. And I think that quarter of an inch, best chance would be probably across the Southern Valley. So we'll keep you posted on that. So a little bump in the road Thursday. Temperature's still going to be warm. We're going to have more cloud coverage, more bark than bite, I suppose, if you will. Good morning, Deborah. How are you this morning? Deborah's joining us. Glad you could join us here this morning. And again, if you are on the East Tennessee Weather app watching this morning, good morning. But you can come over to Facebook or YouTube, and you can join in on the chat if you have time to chat. If not, just kick back, relax, and enjoy the forecast. All right, here we go. Heaviest rain is going to be to our south. Now let's talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast. Smooth sailing. Oh, by the way, today a little bit, but more so tomorrow and Wednesday, we do have elevated fire danger. Now, we're not talking about a lot of wind, but we do have some very dry air. So National Weather Service was kind of talking about, hey, maybe we might have to issue some sort of statement, but right now they don't have any statements issued for fire danger. So got that going for us. All right, now Friday is going to be great. It's going to be warm. Clouds are going to increase. Wind is going to start to increase on Friday, but it should be a nice day. Saturday into Sunday, heavy rain, strong thunderstorms, windy, warm, but windy and the possibility of severe weather. So let's track this storm now. Then we pick up our timeline Thursday night. Take you out to California in the desert Southwest. Here comes our storm. This is our mid-level energy and spin. So this is our 500 millibar of vorticity. And this shows us energy and storms in the atmosphere. Just like I showed you that little wave that's coming through Thursday. This one's going to be stronger. It's going to be a little bit more negatively tilted. But here's the caveat. It is going to form a very strong low-pressure system at the surface. So at the surface, a low-pressure system is going to come off the Rockies. It's going to form across the Great Plains. And it could basically bomb out, if you will. 974 millibars. What does that mean? Well, and by the way, my camera's not working up there, so don't worry about that. Usually I have a camera. Boop, boop, right there. All right. So 974 millibars, you could equate that to basically a Category 1 hurricane. Does that put that into perspective for you? A very strong low pressure. Now, the center of the storm is going to cross the Great Plains in the upper Midwest. Yes, we're talking possibly blizzard conditions across the plains in the upper Midwest, strong to severe thunderstorms and heavy rain and a lot of wind. These are all things that we will experience, not necessarily us, but that we will experience across the country because this low is so strong. This low is so low pressure, very strong low pressure. So because of that, the Storm Prediction Center, all of the big dogs with NOAA have gotten on board with this. So we've got the Storm Prediction Center, which is under NOAA. They've already issued a risk for severe storms Friday and Saturday. Now you have probabilities at this point, so 15 to 30% or greater. So we say the 30% or greater, that's probably what we'll have at least a moderate, if not, an enhanced, if not maybe a moderate risk for severe storms. So I do anticipate tornadoes to break out there. Then that storm system is going to slide its way eastward, and that's going to put us. Now, this has also changed from what I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday was across the Southern Valley, southern Middle Tennessee. Storm Prediction Center has now lifted its way northward with the greater risk from Birmingham, Montgomery, down to Jackson, Mississippi. So that's Saturday into Sunday. Based on the timing I've seen on some of the model guidance, I think it's going to be late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Timing's going to be everything for us. The later in the day, but not at nighttime, gives us more energy and instability. But we know that we're going to have a lot of wind. And the National Weather Service also talked about a high wind wave event or a mountain wave event. So that's a high wind event, kind of like what we just saw. Remember? Saw 80, 90, 100 mile per hour winds across the mountains. It was extremely windy across the area. We're getting ready to get into that again. So now we switch over to the Climate Prediction Center. So that was the Storm Prediction Center. Now the Climate Prediction Center, and we've been talking about this since Friday, I think it was. They've issued a high risk for heavy rainfall from Alabama, Mississippi, almost the entire state of Tennessee, and almost the entire state of Kentucky, with a moderate risk on the outskirts of that. So when you're talking rainfall, these are just model guidance. It's only Monday. It's only Monday, but because forecast models are indicating a very strong storm, unseasonably strong storm, not record-breaking, but unseasonably strong, that's why they've already issued some of these higher graphics, if you will, to keep the public in the know. But 2 to 4 inches of rainfall can't be ruled out. Now, does that happen here in East Tennessee? Not necessarily, but can't be ruled out. We got to see where that axis of rain sets up. Again, that's going to be Friday night, Saturday night, and through our Sunday, 2 to 4 inches, just over a weekend, just over 2 days. So that's going to create some flooding and flash flooding concerns. Now, the other side of that story is because we've had high fire danger, we need the rain. We're over 2 inches behind on rainfall so far this year. So we desperately need the rain, but again, too much, too fast, too soon, as we all know, is going to cause some issues in and of itself. All right? So now let's keep going to the wind aspect of this storm system because we do have a lot of wind. The Climate Prediction Center has also issued a risk for high wind, a moderate risk, and across much of our region. So that's really the story. And then you go above and beyond that, and the Climate Prediction Center is saying, okay, well, I think we're going to stay elevated with rain chances from the 16th through the 20th, and then we're going to continue to stay possibly elevated with rain chances from the 18th to the 24th. And just know, as we head through the spring months, the air starts to warm up. The warmer the air is, the more moisture it can hold. Oh, and by the way, the air looks like it's going to be warmer. We are looking at the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center is predicting the probabilities of above average temperatures. Good morning, Deborah. How are you this morning? Good morning, Debbie. We've got Teresa joining us as well. Good morning. Have a wonderful day. I know you all are wonderful. I said, well, you should have a wonderful day and have a blessed day as well. And Missy Newman's joining us this morning as well. Good morning, Missy. Hopefully you guys like the new time. We're going to keep this at 6 o'clock, really to help folks get out the door and really guide you on the forecast, because I really want you to get the most detailed forecast you can possibly get, not just for the day ahead, but of course for the week ahead as well. All right, so here's your 7-day forecast across all of East Tennessee. By the way, the radar on the top right-hand side of the screen, we don't have any really rainfall out there. We've had a couple of little light showers, so you'll see that. I'll put that into motion. And you can see just maybe a couple of sprinkles here or there, but that's about the extent of it. All right, so a beautiful week ahead of us. Just a gorgeous week. So hopefully you have a chance to get out and enjoy that and enjoy some sunshine and some beautiful weather. Hopefully you have a chance to, prepare for the potential for some stronger thunderstorms that are going to be heading our way as we get into and heavier rain. And again, if you work outside, and you want to enjoy the weather outside, or I should say if you work indoors and you want to enjoy the weather outside, listen, just take your tennis shoes to work with you, and on your lunch break, take a nice little stroll around the office building outside, because, this is the kind of weather that I think that we just got, that little false little snippet of spring, late spring, right, with temperatures in the mid-70s, so... Anyways, all right, let's go to the chat and see what everyone's saying. I kind of been keeping an eye on it here this morning as well. But let's see if we can get that up there. Good morning, Mel. We got Mel joining us this morning. Mel, you good with the new time? Hopefully you're good with the new time. Good morning, Michelle. How are you this morning? Let's see. Do we get to count our little winters now, or when spring officially begins? I think we're counting those now, I believe. I'd have to double check on that. I think you messaged me on social media, so I apologize I didn't get quite back to that. I was going to look it up, and I got busy with the kids doing dinner last night. And again, listen, if you're just now joining in, we've already gone through the forecast here, but I've already posted it through the East Tennessee Weather app, so just download the app, go to the forecast daily weather forecast updates. Just know that it's going to be smooth sailing all week long. For the most part, temperature-wise, a little bump in the road Thursday, and then all eyes on next weekend's forecast. Hate that it's on the weekend. A lot of folks talking about big events. We got soccer tournaments. We've got a lot of outdoor events. Now that we get into the springtime months, we get these outdoor events to take place. And this, by the way, is the show where if you have an outdoor event that you want to highlight, put it on the chat. We'll highlight it. It lets everybody know what's going on in our communities, gives us a good idea of maybe this is something we'd want to do with our family and friends as well. So if you know of any events, throw it into the chat. But if you're new to Wake Up with Witcher, we do a lot more than just the forecast. We have a great discussion. We have a great group of people that join every single day. Some are probably going to join at 7 o'clock this morning and go, "Where's Witcher? Witcher, where do you go?" Well, we're starting off at 6 o'clock. I posted on social media, so hopefully you had a chance to see that on social, that we are starting at a new time, 6 o'clock in the morning, to kind of change things up. The other side of that story is not just to help everyone get out the door before 7 o'clock because school starts. So I really want to tap into the kids who leave school at 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning. East Tennessee Weather is a family-friendly environment. We don't have any news on here. Nothing against the news stations. Love them. Joined them for years. But a lot of folks, I go to schools all the time, and I go to events all the time, and I talk to people all the time, and a lot of people don't turn on the news solely because they have young kids and they don't want their kids. So this is the platform to get your forecast and keep it family friendly. But the other side of the story is that my kids have been begging me to take them to the bus stop. But Wake Up with Witcher starts off at 7 o'clock in the morning. They leave for the bus stop at about 6:45 to 6:50, quarter 10 to before 7. And they've been begging me, and this is weighing on me. I've been really trying to lean into my kids a lot more lately, really understanding how busy I am with East Tennessee Weather and starting a new weather platform or just a new business in and of itself. And it's been brought to my attention that I need to lean into my family and my kids a little bit more, and so that's exactly what we're going to do. So we get you out the door in your time frame. B, it's family friendly, and C, I get to spend a little bit of time with my family and my kids and get to help them off to school as well. So I do appreciate you with the time change, but again, Wake Up with Witcher is going to start off at 6 o'clock in the morning now, Monday through Friday, and I think we're going to do Wake Up with Witcher Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7 o'clock in the morning, so come join the live broadcast. I'm already in the studio, so we're just going to start broadcasting live at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and Sunday. How's everybody feeling from the time change? Everybody doing okay? Speaking of which, I don't even have my time clock on here this morning, but such is life. Such is life. We can get that on here real quick, though. Ready, go. There it is. We'll get the time on here. All right, so hopefully I just threw me for a loop yesterday. I took like 2 little cat naps, like 15-minute cat naps. I told the kids yesterday, I was like, I am so tired. Took them to church. I felt like in church, I was like, wake up, wake up. Just kidding, Pastor. Just kidding, Greg. Greg was the pastor yesterday. He's the lead pastor yesterday at Fellowship Church, and he's also the student pastor, lead pastor for the students as well. He's a great guy. Life gets busy, Mike. Yes, it does. My alarm for work goes off at 6 a.m. Guess I need to reset for just a little earlier. Well, we'll be live right at 6 a.m., Aaron. I don't mean to I don't want to necessarily have you wake up a little bit earlier, but I do want to spend some time with my kids and get them off to school, which, by the way, it is 6:33. Now, Deborah says she can watch before you leave for work, and that's also the other side of the goal with this, right? So a lot of folks weren't able to join at 7 o'clock in the morning because they were already out the door. They're already getting the kids off to school. They're already heading off to work. And remember, because I'm broadcasting right there at the top of the app, or on Facebook, or YouTube, or the website. You can always turn it on if you have CarPlay in your car and you have to hit the road. You can turn it on there, which is always a great tool, of course, as well. When we get into severe weather season and we start to have severe storms at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at nighttime, when you're heading home from work. Again, the East Tennessee Weather app is going to be your one-stop shop. And if you don't have the app, again, the QR code, was in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. We'll get that up there in the bottom right-hand side of the screen here in just a second. I'll do it right now. I'll show you another little time lapse just to be able to change things up a little bit so folks can actually see what's going on. But that's a time lapse from Union County from yesterday. We do have live cameras that are up and running on on YouTube, the app, and the website. And then if you go to eastnweather.com on the website and scan that QR code, front and center, A, you'll be able to download the apps for Android and iPhone, but B, you'll also be able to check out these daily time lapses right there from your computer right there. All right, let's go ahead and get this on here. Again, if you don't have the QR code, there it is right there on the right-hand side of the screen. So you can scan that QR code and it gives you everything that you need to know for weather right here in East Tennessee. So many different things on the screen. So many different things. Anyways, we do have a lot of other stuff to talk about as well here this morning. One of the things that we do with Wake Up with Witcher is, we're taking a couple things down here for you. There we go. Is that we do national holidays of the day. Anybody ready to dance? Shall we dance this morning, my friends? I think we should. Got to change a few things around. We got to get these things back up and running. There we go. All right. Let's talk about the national holidays for the day today. It is 6:35. Checking that time here so you don't run late. It's March 10th, so we're celebrating birthdays and events. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. We like to celebrate birthdays on Wake Up with Witcher. It's National Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Great day there. It's National Pack Your Lunch Day. With grocery prices so high and eating out even higher, probably a good idea to pack your lunch. And this week is going to be a great week to pack your lunch, go outside, find some sunshine or shade underneath a tree, and go have some lunch. That's going to be fantastic for that as well. It's National Napping Day. That should have been yesterday. National Napping Day. Good morning, Ruth. How are you this morning? Ruth's joining us this morning as well. National Napping Day was yesterday for me. Julie loves this new time. Julie, awesome stuff right there. Also a Witcher weather watcher. And Saturday and Sunday lives are awesome too. Yeah. So just really trying to help you out on the time zones or the time frames anyways, that you guys get up and get about your day. All right. National Napping Day should have been yesterday, but it is today and we're back to work. So good luck taking a nap at work. Don't let the boss catch you. Yeah. What? I need to get those TPS reports or whatever that is. It's National Blueberry Popover Day. Ooh, that sounds amazing. And here's a great one. I'm going to give a big shout out to this one. National Mario Day. My kids love Mario, but I, of course, being a kid of the 80s, definitely played my fair share of Super Mario Brothers. So big shout out to Mario. National Mario Day. All right, those are your national holidays for the day today. We'll take you back outside. And since I don't have a live camera up and running right now, we will once again take you back outside and show you a time lapse from yesterday. Might as well show you a time lapse from yesterday from Union County. All right, my friends, it's 6:37. We were running a little bit late this morning. We had a couple of snafus. We'll try to get those worked out here. Get those kinks out. Of course, it was the day that I changed the new time to 6 o'clock that all of a sudden things weren't working correctly. I had to reset everything. But I do appreciate you all joining us here this morning. The two on Knoxville cameras weren't working on the app this morning. Yep, that's why I've not shown you any live cameras. They are down. So we will get those back up and running here throughout the day. Mel, Lee's up at 5 o'clock every morning, no problem. Let's see. Janelle, there's my wife. Good morning. Kipton and Caden say, love Kipton and Caden. I do. So I want to go inside and see them and get them off to school this morning. That is the whole point, along with helping you on your day. So we will be back here for Wake Up with Witcher starting off at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. So make sure you tune in. If you're just now tuning in, make sure that you always go download the East Tennessee Weather app. QR code's right there on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. And I do have your daily forecast weather updates before the live starts. All right. Have a great Monday. Enjoy this warm-up. And make sure you check back in as we get into next week as strong to severe thunderstorms and heavy rain are possible. We'll talk to you soon. You guys want to come on camera and say bye, everyone, real quick? All right, we got to get them off to school. Everyone get on here. Caden, get in here. There they are. Say bye. Say hi to everybody. There they are. All right, my friends, have a great day. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Life is short.